Yes. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. So in this video, I'm just gonna round up the latest news in the world of boxing. The biggest one probably right now is Turki Alalshikh confirming that Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury can indeed take place in the UK at Wembley Stadium, but under one condition. He's saying it has to, basically the main event has to start at a later time, innit? Like obviously I think in the UK our main events probably start around maybe like 9:10, like 9:10ish. He's proposing a time of around 4 a.m. to accommodate for the American viewers, innit? Personally, I think it's a tad bit unfair, like, because Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury are two of our biggest boxing names, boxing brands. They're two Brits. Do you know what I'm trying to say? This is a British fight. This is a fight that British boxing fans have been waiting for time. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, why are we now in 2026, after all this time of waiting, why is the fight only going to be able to be in the UK if we're accommodating for American fans? Like, do American fans actually care about AJ versus Fury like that? Like, we keep it super real. Like, are they bothered about AJ versus Fury like that? Like, I'm not saying the fight is just a UK fight or it's just UK boxing fans that would care about it. Obviously, I know they're two big global names, global icons in the boxing world. But it's like, I don't know if America, they're on their own thing. They're very much just very much focused on their own. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's as big or as important to American fans as it is to British fans. Obviously, I think the bout is meant to be on Netflix, isn't it? AJ versus Fury meant to be on Netflix. And obviously, Netflix is an American company, so maybe that's why there's this whole push of trying to accommodate for the American fans. But I don't know. Obviously, Turkey's saying he still has to talk to the mayor of London. Still needs to talk to like different people to see if it's actually possible for it to happen. Cause I think it's happened before. I think David Haye, he's had a fight at 2 a.m. before. I think Ricky Hatton also has had a fight at 2 a.m. The UFC, there was a UFC fight, and I forgot where it was. I don't know if it was. I think I might even went to that UFC fight. You know, in fact, if it's the same one, but there was a UFC fight that I think it went on at around like 2 a.m. 1 a.m. to accommodate the American fans, innit? So it's happened before in the UK, so it can happen, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like, why do we have to jump through like hoops just to get the fight over here? Like, it should just be Gara. It should just be like 100% it's happening in the UK, because at the end of the day, it's a UK fight. They're two Brits, like, it's two Brits. The Americans don't care about it like that. Let's keep it real. They're not bothered like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, they know about AJ, they know about Fury, but it's like, they're not like invested in the whole AJ versus Fury thing like British like fans are. And it's like, even if the mayor of London, what's it called, like says yeah or whatever, I'm sure the borough where Wembley, like the people who live in the area have to say yeah as well. Cause if this fight is meant to be later on in the year, so it's gonna be winter in the UK, winter in London, the main event's gonna kick off around like flipping 4 a.m. 4 a.m. So that means it's not gonna. People aren't gonna be leaving the stadium, leaving Wembley Stadium till around like 5, half 5, 6. Like, that's kind of mad. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of mad. Like, if you're living in that area, that's kind of mad. Obviously, depending on what day it's gonna be as well. It's probably gonna be on a Saturday, so the Sunday more time people aren't really working. But so it's possible, isn't it? It depends. But there's too many variables now. Now the people, like the neighborhood, have to say yeah. People who live in the area have to say yeah. It's calm. The mayor has to say yeah, it's calm, and they're gonna have to flip in. I don't know if they're gonna have to extend, like tubes and things like that, like transport, like buses and things. You know what I mean? It's a bit mad still, but obviously, money talks, innit? Money talks. If there's someone that can make it happen, that can thingy, it's gonna be Turkey Alalshikh it. But personally, I'm not really digging it like that. I don't really feel like it's fair on the British boxing fight fans that we now have to accommodate the American fans, because they're not doing that. If whoever's the biggest, what's it called right now, they're not doing that. If Devin Haney was to fight Ryan Garcia now, they're not doing that. Even if it was Conor Benn versus Ryan Garcia, they're not. Okay, we need to put the main event at an earlier time to accommodate Conor Benn's British fans. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. So why are we doing that for them? Do you know what I mean? Just because Netflix is involved, why are we doing that for them? Like, Netflix have to just kind of appreciate and accept that it's a big British fight. Like, obviously, I know you lot are a global company trying to make everything global and viral and this and that, but it's Britain's like the home of boxing right now. Like, I don't think what the Americans are doing like is compares to what the British boxers are doing, like, in my personal opinion, innit? Like, and it's even when you look at, like, different divisions, it's like, Americans aren't really running it like that. Other than, no, there's a couple still. Let me not water down their thing still. There's a couple still. But, like, I just feel like Netflix just needs to accept it's a British fight. Like, this is a British fight. Let the two men fight. Like, let them fight, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, like, let them fight in Wembley at a decent time. Because if they do this flipping 4 AM things, it's going to be like the flipping Rico versus Usyk fight where there's just bare nonsense going on in between, bare time wasting. Because, alright, cool. Does that mean if the main event's going to be at 4 AM, does that mean the undercard and that's going to kick off around like 9, 10? That is mad. Like, yo, that is mad, bro. Like, people, like, I mean, people work, people, like, I mean, like, it's not really necessary. It's not fair. I don't think that's fair still. Like, that's kind of mad because some people, alright, cool. What about the people who travel down for the fight? They're only staying in London one night. They've got to check out at 12, but the fight, they're going to go watch finishes at flipping 5, 6. So when you get back to your hotel, you've got like a couple hours to sleep. Then you got like, come on, man. Come on, man. Let's think about that. Let's think about other people. Like, it's a bit mad. Like, it's a bit mad. Just for the check, it's a bit mad still. But yeah, that's what Turkey's saying. That's the plans right now still. Hopefully, I do get over the line. Regardless of whatever, even though I don't think it's fair, I still want the fight in the UK. Like, I feel like it will be a bit of an injustice if the fight was anywhere else other than the UK, because I feel like, yo, it's a British fight, man. Like, what I don't know what you want about. Like, it's not a Vegas thing. It's not a Saudi Arabia thing. Like, this is meant to be in London. Like, it's meant to be in Wembley, bro. Like, or Tottenham Hotspur. It's not a thing that's meant to be. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're just doing a tad bit too much now, innit? But yeah, that's that on that, innit? So moving on to some other news in the heavyweight division, we got the IBF ordering Moses Atama to take on Frank Sanchez for the vacant heavyweight title. Obviously, Moses is meant to be taking on Filip Hrgović next in August, I believe. I believe it's the end of August. So obviously, some people are saying they feel like, is there a chance there might be some sort of injury or something that happens now the fight doesn't happen, and that Moses is going to go straight into the Frank Sanchez fight and just fight for the vacant IBF heavyweight title. I can't see that happening personally. I don't think Moses. I feel like they picked Filip Hrgović for a reason, and it's like that's even a good test to see if you're ready for Frank Sanchez. Because even when I was speaking to other people in the boxing space, when I've asked them like who do you think is a tougher test for like Moses, they've all said Frank Sanchez, innit? So it's like, and with the reasons being that like Filip Hrgović is actually there to be hit, but Frank Sanchez has got he can move a bit more, and they feel like his punches might be a bit more powerful, innit? Might be a bit more sting in his punches, and he knows a bit more, like he knows how to do the old man thing as well, innit? I mean, but I can't see Moses himself swerving the Filip thing to now go fight Frank Sanchez. I feel like Moses is gonna stick to his fight. End of August, I believe. Hopefully, I'm there as well. I'm trying to go to that one still. I feel like it's gonna be a mad one still. And yeah, I can't see him. I can't see that happening still. Like, obviously, stranger things that happen in boxing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, people will do something strange for some change, innit? I mean, like, it does happen in boxing, innit? Like, if someone slips something to Filip, like, yo, like, it does happen in boxing, innit? Like, sometimes it might be genuine, sometimes it might be, do you know what I mean? There might be some step aside, you know what I mean? So we'll see in it, but I feel like Moses is going to definitely honour that fight and go through with it still. So last but not least, we got Abdullah Mason defending his WBO lightweight title out in Cleveland against Albert Bell. I actually watched this fight live still. I woke up just in time. I woke up to see I caught the Shushu Carrington fight, and I seen this actual main event fight against, obviously, Abdullah Mason versus Albert Bell. I can't lie to y'all. Going into this fight, like, everyone that man was chatting to, they was talking about, like, yo, Albert Bell, like, is like, he's not a joke. Like, he's actually not a joke. Obviously, him and Abdullah Mason, I think they were sparring partners for a while, this and that. So this is somebody that actually knows my man. Obviously, he was meant to be fighting Joe Cordina, but obviously Joe Cordina, we seen what happened. Joe Cordina couldn't get his visa because the whole, I don't know if man has seen a video, but Joe Cordina someone that he knew or something, seen him across the street. He's barged into him and he just hit him with a hook in it and just dropped him. So obviously he's got like a thing, what's it called right now still? I don't know if it's GBH or whatever, but he's going through something right now with the courts in it. So he couldn't get his visa to fly to America to fight Abdullah Mason in it. So obviously Albert Bell was a last minute replacement in it. But obviously, he's very familiar with Abdullah Mason. Like, they've sparred a lot, this and that. So this is someone that actually knows him. People saying, yo, like, Albert Bell's not a joke. Like, he's a good boxer, this and that, blah, blah, blah. So even me, like, because I'm not super familiar with Albert, I'm thinking, like, yo, like, it might be a bit of a task for Mason. Because I actually really like Mason's probably my favorite US boxer. Like, I proper like him still. I feel like he's hot. I feel like, I don't know what it is. Every time I've watched him fight, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying he's like the craziest boxer in the world, but like I don't know what it is. I just like how he fights, man. I like when he smells blood, like he goes for it, like he actually goes for it, innit? I mean, like he's got a little, what's it called in a minute? He's got a little venom in a minute. I mean, like I like Abdullah Mason a lot still. I like him a lot still. So obviously going into this fight, I'm thinking, yo, like this might be a bit tricky. It might be a bit tricky, innit? And I'm not gonna lie, the first 5 to 6 rounds, Albert Bell, I'll say he was winning because, like, I'm not saying he was doing anything crazy, but I feel like he was landing the cleaner and better shots. I feel like Mason just hadn't got going yet. You know what I mean? Like, he was still, it was maybe like a step or two behind us, like a pace behind what Albert was doing. Like, and Albert wasn't doing much. I feel like he was just boxing better. Like, he was more busy. He was way more busy. And just landing the cleaner shots, like the better work, I think, like, for the first 5 rounds. Then I don't know what happened. In round like 6, 7, it's like Mason's finally woken up and actually now started applying the pressure, cranking it up a bit, innit? I'm telling you, cranking it up. Did he get a knockdown? I can't even fully remember. It was on thingy, innit? Did he get a knockdown before the actual stoppage? But I'm not gonna lie though, I'm gonna keep it real. I did not like that stoppage because I don't feel like, if that was the first knockdown of the whole fight, I don't feel like Albert Bell was in heaps of trouble. Obviously, his nose looked a bit mashed. Apparently, say his nose was broken. His nose did look a bit bent. I was looking at it, I was like, is his nose broken or something? And he had a lot of blood coming out of his nose, but he didn't look like he was in heaps of trouble for the ref to call it off. It's like he didn't even give him a count. Just call it. And I don't like when refs do that because I feel like you rob the fighter of having a definitive stoppage where there's no question marks. Do you know what I mean? Like, where it's like, oh, why did the ref... Like, just like, bro, he wasn't in danger. It wasn't like he's been knocked down bag of times. Like, I don't know if that was that might have been a second knockdown. I'm so annoyed I can't remember, innit? I'm going off memory, innit? So apologies that I can't remember, like, whether it was the first or second knockdown, whatever, but I remember feeling like, nah, man, like, nah, like, at least give the guy a count. He did not look like he was out of it. He didn't look like he was finished. He didn't look like he was done. Like, give the guy a count, man. Like, let the guy, like, do you know what I mean? Like, let's see if he can gather his senses. Give him his 10 count. Like, you can't just lock it off like that. It wasn't a mad knockdown. From what I remember, it was even a bit of a push. Let's keep it real. From what I remember, my memory's not the greatest, but from what I remember, it was even a bit of like a, do you know what I mean? Like, you know when you follow through with the punch and you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like that, bro. Like, it was not like that, bro. Like, it wasn't a thing where you couldn't give him a 10 count. So I didn't really like the stoppage, but at that point of the fight, it did look like Albert had kind of like, I don't want to say given up, because I'm not going to say he quit. He didn't quit, but it did look like he was somehow, he looked defeated. Something about him, I don't know what it was like. I don't know whether the level that Abdullah Mason just cranked up was a bit like raw. I thought maybe like, he didn't, I mean, he couldn't go to this level. I thought maybe I was defeating him. I was like, my work was overwhelming him. Then obviously it's like a flick, like he just Mason just like flipped a switch and he's kind of like cranked it up a gear, innit? So maybe Albert wasn't fully believing in, like, that's what it looked like to me. It looked like a fight that wasn't fully believing in himself, like in the later rounds, innit? And it did look like it was going one way, innit? Like, if I'm keeping it real, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't really like the stoppage like that still, but obviously he still retained his WBO lightweight title. Defended it, like, you can't knock him still. Like, he looked like a champion, and like in the moments where it looked like, cool, he's smart blood, it looked like this guy, I can possibly get him out of there. He was doing what a champion was meant to do, and so I'm not gonna take anything away from him. I just didn't like how the ref stopped it. I feel like you could have given Broski a 10 count, because even if you give him a 10 count, Mason would have been on him straight away again, innit? I mean, you could have, I mean, like, it wasn't that. I'm sure it was early on. I'm sure it was early on in the 12th round as well, if I remember correctly. I'm sure it was early on in the 12th round. And he's just called it off. Like, come on, man. There's still how many minutes left that you could have let my man just finish him off definitively, so there's no question marks. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people saying the stoppage was a bit dodgy, innit? You know what I say? So, But yeah, I also managed to catch Shushu Carrington versus Rene Palikos, or Palikios. I don't know how you say his name. But I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't super impressed still. I wasn't super impressed with Shushu like that still. Like, again, like prior to this fight, I'd only seen one fight. His last fight, and he looked good in that fight. But I wasn't super impressed. I wasn't super impressed because there was a time where he got knocked down. It didn't count as a knockdown, but it looked like a knockdown to me though. It did look like a knockdown to me. It was a bit behind the head, but when I was watching it, it did look like a knockdown. It looked like you fell from a connection from a punch. That's what a knockdown is. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you're falling over, like if your glove hits the canvas because of a punch that your opponent has landed, that's a knockdown. Do you know what I mean? It looked like a knockdown to me. It didn't look like a push or a slip, but that's just me, innit? I mean, it was early mornings. Early morning was like, what, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., like 3 a.m., like 3 a.m. or something, innit? So maybe man's a bit fuzzy, maybe I'm a bit tired, maybe, I don't know, innit? But it looked like a knockdown to me, innit? And there were times in there where he looked a bit, not shaky, but just a tad bit shaky. Like, looked a bit shaky. Like, there was times where he was in the corner and he's like, he just looked a bit shaky. He looked like he didn't know how to get out of the corner or just get out of, like, being on the ropes. I mean, I don't know, but he still managed to get a win. He got a unanimous decision, but I don't think that was his best performance in it. Like, from what I seen, like, from how people hype him up and talk about him, I was maybe expecting to see a little bit more, but yeah, like that wasn't, from watching that, I'm not now thinking, yo, I can't wait to see Shushu again or da-da-da, but I'm just going to keep an eye and see, like, if he's actually what people say, innit? Because, like, along with Abdullah Mason, like, they're meant to be, like, the new generation of American boxers, innit? I'm going to say so. And I really like Abdullah Mason, innit? And some people aren't even convinced with Abdullah Mason as well, do you know what I mean? So it's like, man just have to kind of see, innit? Because every fight, it's not every fight you're going to have your greatest fight, do you know what I mean? Like, it's life, innit? Like, it's not even that deep as well, same time, innit? Because you might just have a bit of an off night tonight, do you know what I mean? And the next one, you look absolutely amazing, innit? So, yeah, that's my thoughts on them two fights over in Cleveland. But yeah, I think that's it for the video. I don't know if you can hear that, that's my turtles in the background. I've got 5 turtles and, like, there's 2 of them that's not getting along at all, like, absolutely just always fighting, constantly fighting. Like, you got, with turtles, you got to have like a basking area in it, and there's one that's always just sitting in the basking area, will just come down into the water just to, like, quickly feed or whatever, eat some whatever. I give them mealworms and things like that. But it's just getting mad. I feel like I might have to, like, get a separate tank and separate them, because it's just literally, like, I feel like it's not fair. Like, my turtles are aquatic. I don't know if I'm even telling you guys all this, but my turtles are aquatic, innit? Like, they don't breathe underwater, but they predominantly stay in water, innit? So for him to stay most of the day in the basking area, just, like, chilling there and not wanting to go in because he's getting bullied, like, it's getting a bit sad, innit? But yeah, where was I? I think that is it for this video. Let me check if there's anything else that I wanted to touch on. No, I think that's it. I think that's it for this video. Appreciate you guys watching and getting to the end. If you liked anything I said in this video, make sure you give the video a like and let me know your thoughts and everything as well. What do you think about the whole Turkey trying to have the fight in Wembley but at a later time? What do you think about this whole Wembley, America, Saudi Arabia, all these talks about different places at the fight? Like, are you even still bothered about that AJ Fury thing, Carl? I'm starting to check out a bit. I'm keeping it super duper real, man. But yeah, and don't forget, we got a Cut the Ring Off episode coming real soon as well, in about 2 weeks. Look out for that. If you follow me on Instagram and on TikTok, you would have seen who it is. So make sure you follow me on other socials as well, so you can just keep up to date. Whenever man's not posting on YouTube, you see, like, other stuff that's going on in it. But yeah, that's it for this video. Every single time. Love.